I almost missed my flight to Kuala Lumpur because of a form that isn't even a visa. 14 countries, 0 problems, and Malaysia was the one that nearly got me. I know what you're thinking. Malaysia's easy. No visa needed for most passports, just show up and go. That's exactly what I thought too, right up until I was standing in an airport lounge with 40 minutes to boarding, staring at a website asking for my credit card number. I'd already done Thailand. I'd done Vietnam. I'd done Indonesia, twice. I thought I knew what easy entry looked like in Southeast Asia. Malaysia broke that assumption in the most quietly humiliating way possible, not because the rules were hard, but because everyone online made them sound like there weren't any rules at all. Here's the truth. If you hold a US or UK passport, you really don't need a visa for a short trip. You get 90 days, no application, nothing to submit in advance. That part of the story is real. Drone shot of Kuala Lumpur skyline at golden hour but no visa, and nothing to do, are two completely different sentences, and travel blogs love collapsing them into one. Since January 2024, almost every foreign traveler entering Malaysia visa-free or not has to complete something called the Malaysia Digital Arrival Card, or MDAC, before they land. It's not a visa. It's a digital entry form, similar to what you'd fill out on a customs card, except it lives online and it's checked before you even board your flight. It's also completely free. And that one detail is exactly what nearly got me. I searched MDAC Malaysia the night before my flight, half paying attention, phone at 11%. The first result was a sponsored ad. Clean layout, official-looking crest, a countdown timer telling me my approval would expire soon if I didn't finish immediately. I filled in my passport number, my flight details, my hotel address. Then it asked for payment. That's the moment it clicked. Government forms don't have countdown timers pressuring you to pay. I wasn't the only one. Malaysia's own immigration department has publicly warned travelers about fake MDAC sites. One flagged example even used a throwaway web address, nothing close to an official government domain. Other travelers have reported losing real money, sometimes upward of $50 or $60, to sites that looked polished enough to fool someone rushing through an airport at midnight. So here's the first thing nobody tells you. The only legitimate MDAC portal ends in imi.gov.my. Not a travel agency site. Not a .com, with the word official stuffed into the page title. If it asks for a credit card, you are already on the wrong website. Let's compare this to what I'd experienced elsewhere, because the contrast is what makes Malaysia's actual system worth defending. Thailand's version, the TDAC, is genuinely fast once you're on the real site, but Thai authorities issued nearly the same warning, about a nearly identical scam, charging travelers $10 for a form that costs nothing. Indonesia's visa on arrival is simple in theory, but the actual counter fee has a habit of shifting depending on which immigration officer you get, and that inconsistency creates its own kind of confusion. Malaysia's system, when you use the real portal, is actually the tightest of the three. One government domain. One free form. Submitted between 1 and 3 days before you fly, synced to auto-gate lanes that can clear you through immigration in under a minute at Kuala Lumpur International. The problem was never the system. The problem is that the scam sites are better at marketing than the government is. And that's worth sitting with for a second, because it's not really a Malaysia story. It's a story about who gets to shape what you believe before you've even done the research yourself. Because here's the myth that's been repeated so many times it now sounds like fact. Malaysia is basically visa-free, don't overthink it. Influencers say it in 15-second clips. Blog headlines say it to rank on Google. And technically, for a lot of passports, the visa-free part is true. But that phrase gets used to justify skipping every other piece of preparation: the arrival card, the passport validity check, the return ticket you're supposed to be able to show. Who benefits when travelers believe there's nothing to check? Ad networks running sponsored scam links benefit. Content farms that never mention the MDAC at all, because a shorter article ranks faster, benefit too. Meanwhile, the actual immigration department, the one publishing real warnings on Facebook, the one running the free portal, gets none of the traffic, because everything's fine, don't worry about it, is a much more shareable headline than, here's a form you need to fill out correctly. The real numbers tell a different story than the relaxed one. Malaysia's immigration rules currently require your passport to be valid for at least 6 months beyond your entry date. Miss that by even a few weeks and you can be denied boarding before you ever reach Malaysian soil. Overstay your permitted period and the country doesn't just shrug. Penalties can include steep fines, detention, and in serious cases, a ban on re-entry. None of that is designed to scare you off Malaysia. It's designed to make you actually finish the 10-minute form instead of trusting a 15-second clip that told you not to bother. And once you know the real rules, the picture actually gets more generous, not less. If you're American or British, you still get your 90 days, no application required. If you're Indian or Chinese, the 30-day visa exemption that was introduced to boost tourism has been extended through the end of 2026, meaning millions of travelers who normally need a formal application can currently skip it entirely. Business travelers making repeat trips got their multiple entry visa validity stretched from 3 months to 6, also through the end of this year, which quietly makes Malaysia one of the more flexible countries in the region for anyone doing regular work travel. If you're proud of actually knowing how a country's system works instead of repeating whatever the algorithm fed you, if you'd rather spend 10 minutes doing it right than find out the hard way in an airport lounge, that's exactly why you should hit subscribe right now, because this channel exists to replace the 15-second version of travel advice with the version that actually holds up at immigration. So here's what actually changes your trip, laid out simply. Passport valid 6 months past your entry date, check before you even book the flight. MDAC completed between 1 and 3 days before departure, exclusively through imi.gov.my, and it will never, under any circumstance, ask you to pay. Know your specific exemption window, 90 days, 30 days, or a formal visa, because assuming you fall into the generous category when you don't is how people end up overstaying by accident. I finished the real form with 6 minutes to spare before boarding, heart still going a little too fast, feeling less like a seasoned traveler and more like someone who'd nearly learned an expensive lesson from a countdown timer designed to make me panic. That's the part nobody puts in the caption under there, Malaysia is so easy, travel reel. The system really is simple. But simple isn't the same as unguarded, and the gap between those two words is exactly where the scam sites live. My honest verdict, after all 14 countries and this one very close call, Malaysia might be the single most traveler-friendly country I've been to once you know the real system, and one of the easiest to get quietly scammed in if you trust the wrong 5-second search result. Both things are true at the same time, and that's not a contradiction, that's just what visa-free actually means in 2026. So here's the debate, and I want you in the comments. Some of you are going to say the government is at fault here. If scam sites can outrank the real portal on Google, that's a failure of the system, not the traveler. Others are going to say no traveler should ever enter a credit card number without triple-checking a URL, full stop, no excuses, no matter how convincing the page looks. Which side are you on? Tell me below, and if you've ever almost gotten caught by one of these, I want to hear that story too.